Hi, welcome back. I recently saw that I hit over 200 subscribers on YouTube, which is really cool. When I started this channel, it was kind of to document the process in a way that was organized for me so I could look back on my journey. And I also think it's pretty cool if other people are, learning or just coming along on the journey with me. So 200 people, that's super cool. Since my last video, I did have a appointment with my oncologist, 4 or 5 days, I think it was, after I uploaded that video. It wasn't like a scheduled appointment. I usually see her, I think it's just like every 3 months because I was just on Herceptin, so there isn't a ton of follow-up with her. And I kind of had a feeling that it was going to be regarding the Kadcyla that I had applied for back in December, and she confirmed that when I met with her. So I think it's Roche Canada did approve me for funding, so they are going to, I don't know if it's cover the cost or just give me the drugs that they manufacture or produce or distribute. I don't know, there's something to do with the drugs. Anyway, I was approved. I kind of knew when I applied that because my oncologist went over the criteria, so I kind of knew that I did meet what they were looking for. I'd be lying if I said that I sort of hoped that they would have just said no, because that would have taken the choice out of my hands. Once I discovered that you don't lose your hair, because that was my line in the sand with my oncologist, that I wouldn't do it if I was going to lose my hair again. Don't judge me. But because there is but there's very little hair loss reported, and I was approved, it kind of, as much as I wanted to say no, I would spend the rest of my life wondering if that was the right decision. So I signed the paperwork on that Friday. 13 days later, I had my first infusion of the Kadcyla. So I was gonna document it like I documented my other chemo video, or I guess just AC. I didn't really stick to that with Taxol either, where I kind of went through the days. So the day of and a couple days after, I did do check-ins with the camera just to let people know how I was feeling in case somebody is looking up Kadcyla and wondering how it's going to make them feel. I wouldn't say that I lost interest in it, but I'll explain at the end of the video why I didn't continue. I think I did 2 days of check-ins, like 3 in total with the day of the chemo. And I'll explain at the end, once I put those clips in, what kind of happened. So I'll have you guys watch those, and then I'll come back to wrap up the video and just give you some more details on what it was like. Getting her done.
Whatever it is, that piece under the number above, if they didn't.
Thanks. Bye. I just have to flick up some buttons.
Not a very good view. Hi guys. So, ooh, I'm shaking. I can say that I am done my first dose of Kadcyla. I think I feel fine right now. I felt a little dizzy. How it worked was I'm waiting for the car to warm up before I go. I'm still at the hospital. So how it worked was I had to do a 90-minute drip, and then they watched me for 90 minutes to see if I had a reaction, because I had no pre-meds or anything, so I think they just want to make sure that I'm okay. Also, I think they want to make sure that I'm okay next time, because I'll be doing it as 30 minutes for the drip and a 30-minute observation. So they're really going to condense the drip. So, as of right now, the only thing I can say is I felt dizzy for like 20 minutes. About halfway through my observation, but that went away. My blood pressure went back up. I just feel tired, but I didn't get much sleep last night, and being in the hospital is just really draining in general, so it's probably has a lot to do with those factors as well. It took them a few tries, so I actually had the cannula go in there, but I got pricked there and one on my actual arm, so it took a few attempts today, but that's okay. The nurse that did it, I really like her. She's always kind of had a bit of trouble getting a vein for me, but she offsets it with being one of the nicer nurses, so it's worth the trade-off to me. I'm not actually scared of needles, so I mean, by like the 5th or 6th poke, I don't like it, but up until then, I don't totally mind. So yeah, that's it. That's the update for leaving the hospital, and yeah, I'll try to check in. Maybe if anything changes or I feel a certain way, I'll try to check in. But so far, let's say in total, we're 2 hours into Kadcyla, and I feel pretty much the same as I do after Herceptin, so. Well, it's the end of the day that I got the chemo. So I think in the chemo world, it's chemo day 1. I'm a little out of practice. Oh, so chemo, I mean, I say it's the end of the day. It's like 7. But I'm going to sleep because I did not sleep good last night. I have a headache and I'm very tired. Aside from that, I feel like fine. I just feel tired, and it's hard to judge what that's from. I don't know. Could be the chemo, but it could just be me. I feel like 10% nauseous. Not enough that I want to take an antiemetic though, because I don't know, they make you constipated, so that's really not worth it to me. My tea's ringing and telling me it's done. Yay, tea time before bed. So yeah, not enough that I'm gonna take anything, just enough that it's a little irritating, that's all. So anyway, that's it. Goodbye, chemo day 1. Hopefully there's just nothing to talk about tomorrow. Hopefully I can just close out the video and say that I feel normal. That's my goal. So anyway, I will let you guys know tomorrow, which will be like 1 second in your world, but it'll be like 12 to 18 hours in my world. Okay, talk to you then. So it's the day after the new chemo. And today I just feel a little drained, like a little bit of a hangover. I slept for 12 hours last night, so more than 12 hours actually, without trying. Like, it's not like I woke up and like purposely went back to sleep. I just kind of slept that long. So probably due in part to not sleeping the day before or the night before, and then also, you know, new chemo. I have a headache. I haven't had enough to drink today though. I'm about to do that now. I got pizza, which I know I'm gonna regret because my stomach's a little upset. But it's Friday night and it's Valentine's Day and it's pizza night, most importantly, in my house. So I want pizza. I'll deal with the regret because chemo makes your stomach really sensitive, at least mine. I know that like not everybody experiences that side effect, but definitely for me it does. I've just been feeling nauseous kind of on and off today, but I took some gravel and I think once I drink something I'll be good to eat. And yeah, that's my check-in for today. I'm hoping that tomorrow I just wake up and feel good. I wouldn't say that I feel like terrible today. I just kind of feel run down, like I'm sick, but like I can't quite put my finger on what's sick. Like not quite like as extreme as like the stomach flu, but like not quite as moderate as like a head cold, just kind of in between where you're achy, you feel fluish and feverish and your tummy's upset and you just want to stay in bed. But you got to force yourself to get up and get moving because you do feel better. And I know I do since I've gotten out of bed. I got dressed, brush your teeth, just try to be a human. And hopefully tomorrow I feel great. So I'll check in and let you guys know either way. Okay, bye. So I looked back on the clips and I realized that the check-ins I got through were the day of the infusion and a really quick one the next day. And the reason for that is because I felt horrible and that caught me a bit off guard. I knew that it was chemo, but because Herceptin has been pretty manageable, I thought it would just be like Herceptin intensified, but it wasn't. It's like, it feels like chemo, just kind of a lighter version, and not like a ton lighter either than chemo. It doesn't feel like Herceptin. So the first couple days I felt tired. I had no appetite, but mostly I was just tired, so I slept a lot. And then I got a lot of nosebleeds from the very beginning, which I think is contributing to the tiredness. And then Saturday, I think it was as early as Saturday, my tummy started to hurt. And I mean, just ached. Like, I don't know, like it felt, I don't know how to explain the kind of tummy ache that it is. I think I explained it to my mom. Like, imagine like how I felt. Imagine you drank a lot and you were super hungover, and then the next morning you threw up a bunch of times. So now you feel a little bit nauseous, but your stomach mostly just hurts from all that contracting. That's pretty much how I started feeling on Saturday. I felt a little bit nauseous. I had a headache. I was tired. My joints were starting to hurt. I had no appetite, and it kind of just got progressively worse. So I kept thinking like, oh, I'm in the clear, you know, tomorrow I'll feel great. I think Sunday night or Saturday night, I even remember I had felt okay. I must have taken painkillers, because I remember saying out loud to myself, oh, I think I'm starting to feel better. I bet tomorrow I'll just be back to normal. Well, joke's on me. The next day I definitely was not back to normal. It got progressively worse through Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and really it was the stomach ache that kept getting really bad. The joint pain, I could take Tramadol or Tylenol 3, so even though it would hurt, those things would work on it. The nausea, the gravel would work, just, or Ondissolve. I don't even think I took an Ondissolve though. I think I just stuck with gravel. So that would work with that. But the general feeling of like chemo ick doesn't really go away no matter what kind of medication you're using, unfortunately, but I could deal with that. I know how to deal with that, but the tummy ache, nothing fixed that. And that completely killed my appetite. So I ate like next to nothing Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, just because it hurt. Like I didn't get a hunger pain until yesterday, which was Wednesday. I woke up in the morning and I was so excited because I felt hungry and I hadn't felt that in days. So yesterday was the first day I can say that I started to feel like that tummy ache was relaxing. And so today's Thursday, so it's been, you know, a week today, and I would say it's still about like 15 or 20% there. I noticed it a little bit. I definitely noticed that I don't really have much of an appetite still, which is kind of okay in my situation because I put on so much weight during chemo. It's not like I'm skin and bones and oh my gosh, if I don't eat, I'll get so sickly. I do have quite a bit in reserve, so it's not the end of the world. It's just when you're not feeling good, food is kind of a comfort. So it's a little bit of a bummer to not be able to enjoy anything. I usually have my cheat meal on Friday, and that was the day after the infusion. And I remember even while I was ordering pizza, I was like, why am I even doing this? Like, I'm not even hungry for this at all. And it wasn't enjoyable. And I will not do that again. I've gotten some pretty solid advice from other girls that get the tummy ache, and basically they've said for the first few days after the infusion, just stick to really bland food. So I'll be sticking to, you know, toast and chicken noodle soup just to try to, I don't know, help my stomach out, so maybe it won't last as long. I can say that I'm really glad the infusions are 3 weeks apart. I wouldn't be able to do this again if they were 2 weeks apart like they were in the summer. It's exhausting, and I'm already, like, a week has gone by, so in my head I'm already like, oh gosh, I only have 14 days before I have to do that again, because it basically set me back an entire week. I haven't gone to the gym, so I feel sad about that. I've managed to get my steps in just by pacing around the house, but that's not doing anything for my heart and lungs. It's just keeping my body moving, which helped a bit with the joint pain. But I wanted to go to the gym, but I didn't even have close to the energy to go. Even today, I had to go to an eye appointment this morning. Even that, when I got home, I just spent an hour lying in bed from an eye appointment because I was so knocked out from that. So I'm a bit surprised. I definitely was hoping it would be easier and maybe my next infusion will be. It's not the end of the world. It's certainly not AC chemo. You know, there's no steroids or pre-meds. I didn't throw up. So obviously it could be a lot worse than what it was, or what it is, I guess, for the next few months. But it's still a bit of a bummer. I miss Herceptin, but it just wasn't working hard enough for me. And because my cancer went into my lymph nodes and there was residual cancer left after chemotherapy, I just have a really higher chance of it coming back. And if it comes back, the likelihood that it could be terminal is really high. So I kind of have to do this for myself, but that doesn't mean that I'm happy about it. I'm still pissed off about it. I'm happy and appreciative that the drug is available. So yeah. Overall, I survived the week post Kadcyla chemo. I'm still here. Tomorrow I'm gonna attempt to go to the gym so I can get that heart rate up and feel good again. I've been waiting for this to heal. Can you see that? This bruise where she blew my vein, because I'm not getting a PICC line or a port put in for this. It's going right in my veins. And my veins are definitely getting a little trashed from being accessed so often, but my forearms hate it, so I kind of didn't want to go to the gym until this healed anyway, because it's really gross looking, and I don't know, if I saw a big bruise on somebody's arm, I'd stare at it, and I just don't want that extra attention. So I'll go to the gym tomorrow. Hopefully the next 2 weeks will be productive and happy before I have to do this again. I don't think I'm gonna ask for any pre-meds like Zofran or steroids or anything like that. I meet with my oncologist a couple days before my next cycle. And I think that the medication that I have will be good for now. I think I'll have 7 rounds of this. We're just gonna go to when my Herceptin would end, which would be the end of June, I think. I don't know. I haven't checked. Like, some people are so on their counts, like how many they've done, and I just lost interest after the 8 big ones were done. So I don't know exactly how many Herceptins, but I think if I back counted correctly, my last one would have been like the last week of June. So that would be my last week of this. Hopefully it's a easy few months. I'll update when I can. Thanks for watching. Sorry this video is a little disjointed because I didn't keep up on my check-ins, and I just kind of, I don't know, just trying to recover. I kind of just lost my footing a little bit on this round, but I still thought it was important to kind of give my first impressions of this chemo, because I know that when I looked this up on YouTube, I only found one other channel that touched on Kadcyla. So hopefully I can reach more people, so, you know, if somebody's curious about how this is going to affect them. And do just keep in mind that everybody experiences different side effects. I know lots of girls who have said that they found this super easy, and I know quite a few girls that have said that it's just as bad as regular chemo. So it's all going to depend on how your body is going to process the medication, and everybody processes a little bit differently. And it's going to be about how you treat your body during those days. So, you know, whether you have painkillers, which you're eating, how much rest you can get, if you've got to get up and go to work, if you have young children, if you have a husband, all sorts of things are going to depend on your recovery time from chemo. So just because I've experienced something doesn't necessarily mean that you'd experience it, but I hope that it can kind of give you, I don't know, a little bit more information if you need it about maybe what to expect. If I had to pick my worst out of the week, it would be the tummy ache. It's just brutal, and you just want to eat comfort food, and when your tummy hurts that much, you can't. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Again, I don't have a schedule, so whenever I can think of a video idea, or I think there's something I want to keep you guys informed about, I will upload another video. If you have any questions or you want to comment anything, just do that below. Like the video and share if you think it could help someone, and please subscribe if you want to. All right, thanks guys. Bye.